Studies show that 70 to 80% of women in perimenopause experience anxiety symptoms. This makes anxiety a prevalent issue during this transition. So I'll share 5 natural, science-backed ways to calm your anxious brain without becoming dependent on medications. Hi, I'm Dr. M, an integrative psychiatrist and lifestyle physician. Last week, a 47-year-old patient walked into my office for a consultation. She said, "I used to be the calm and collected one, the person everyone came to when they were overwhelmed. Now I can't even go to the grocery store without feeling like I'm going to have a panic attack. What's wrong with me?" Back home in Nigeria, we have a saying, when the music changes, so does the dance. Your body's music is changing during perimenopause and your brain is simply trying to learn new dance steps. But here's what you need to know. That anxiety you're experiencing is not a character flaw. It's not a weakness. It's your brain responding to very real hormonal changes happening inside your body. Let me explain what's going on. During perimenopause, your estrogen levels don't just drop gradually like a gentle sunset. They fluctuate wildly like a roller coaster. One day your estrogen is high, the next day it plummets. Your brain, which has been relying on steady estrogen for decades, suddenly doesn't know what to expect. Here's the science that will blow your mind. Estrogen is like your brain's natural Xanax. It enhances the production of GABA, your brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. When estrogen drops, this affects how your brain responds to GABA. That's why you feel anxious for no apparent reason. But it gets more complicated. Estrogen also affects serotonin, your happiness neurotransmitter. Lower estrogen means altered serotonin activity. So now you're anxious and your mood is unstable. And here's the kicker that most doctors miss. Progesterone, your other key hormone, also acts like a natural anti-anxiety medication. It has a calming effect on your nervous system, but during perimenopause, progesterone often drops even faster than estrogen. So imagine this. You've been driving a car for 40 plus years with reliable brakes and a steady steering wheel. Suddenly, your brakes become unpredictable and your steering wheel starts jerking left and right. That's what's happening to your brain chemistry. A study published in the Journal of Women's Health found that women in perimenopause are 2.5 times more likely to experience anxiety disorders compared to premenopausal women. Now, before we talk about the 5 natural treatments, let's talk about conventional treatment because I want you to understand all your options. Many doctors will prescribe antidepressants like SSRIs such as Lexapro, Zoloft, or Prozac, or SNRIs like duloxetine or venlafaxine. This can be helpful for some women, especially when anxiety is severe. Therapy, particularly cognitive behavioral therapy, is also incredibly valuable and I recommend it for most of my patients. But here's what concerns me. Some doctors prescribe benzodiazepines like Xanax, Ativan, or Klonopin for perimenopause anxiety. While these can provide quick relief, they should only be used short-term, if at all. They're highly addictive and can actually make anxiety worse in the long run. Plus, they can affect your memory and increase your risk of falls, which is especially concerning as you age. The problem with only using medications is that they don't address why your anxiety started in the first place, and that's where the root causes come in. Your anxiety isn't just about hormones. There are 4 other root causes that most doctors completely ignore. First, inflammation. Chronic inflammation in your body worsens anxiety in your brain. It's like having a fire alarm that won't stop going off. Studies show that inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein are significantly higher in anxious perimenopausal women. So there is a strong link between high inflammation and greater anxiety during perimenopause. Second, blood sugar chaos. When you hit perimenopause, your insulin sensitivity changes. Your blood sugar spikes and crashes more dramatically. Every time your blood sugar drops, your brain thinks you're in danger and floods your system with stress hormones, which increases your anxiety. Third, your gut. 90% of your serotonin is made in your gut, not your brain. If your gut health is compromised, your anxiety will be worse. The gut-brain connection is so strong that scientists now call the gut your second brain. Fourth, your mitochondria. These are the powerhouses of your cells. When they're not working efficiently, your brain doesn't have enough energy to regulate emotions properly. You feel anxious, foggy, and exhausted. Now, here's what makes me frustrated as a psychiatrist. If you don't address these root causes, you're putting a band-aid on a broken pipe. So let me share those 5 natural ways I promised you that actually work. First, stabilize your blood sugar. This is non-negotiable. Eat protein with every meal. Avoid eating carbs alone. Think of protein as your blood sugar's bodyguard. It keeps things steady and calm. Second, support your gut. Add fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, or kefir to your diet. Take a high-quality probiotic. Your gut bacteria communicates with your brain through the vagus nerve. Third, fight inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids are proven to help with brain inflammation. Aim for 2,000 milligrams of EPA a day. Turmeric with black pepper is another powerful anti-inflammatory supplement. Fourth, support your mitochondria. CoQ10, magnesium, and B vitamins are like premium fuel for your cellular powerhouses. When your mitochondria are functioning optimally, your brain has the energy it needs to stay calm. Fifth, and this is crucial, manage your stress response. In Nigeria, we say the tree that bends in the wind doesn't break. You need to build flexibility into your nervous system. Deep breathing, meditation, or even 5 minutes of walking can reset your stress response. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand. Your anxiety is not permanent. As one of my favorite African proverbs says, however long the night, the dawn will break. I've seen thousands of women reclaim their calm during this transition. The key is addressing the root causes, not just masking the symptoms. If you want my complete guide to naturally reducing perimenopause anxiety, including the exact supplements I recommend and the daily routine that's helped thousands of my patients, grab it in the link below. It's free and will save you months of confusion and frustration. And speaking of confusion, there's another symptom that often comes with perimenopause anxiety. It affects your memory, your focus, and your confidence. I'm talking about brain fog. To find out how to address this frustrating issue, check out this video.